Welcome to the Ministry of Hygiene's gaming channel. I'm your host, the Minister of Hygiene. This is going to be the last video in my series covering Steam's 2015 Christmas sale, holiday sale, whatever. Now, to be a part of this video, a game has to have at least a 60% discount, and I will be quoting all my prices in United States dollars. So keep in mind, if you are listening from another country, that the regional equivalent isn't going to be the exact same number. First you'll see is Pillars of Eternity, the Kickstarter game that could. This is by many considered the most successful Kickstarter game to come out. It's an isometric fantasy CRPG. I love those games. In fact, I do have a few planned to come out in a series in the next year. I hope you'll enjoy those. But right now it's 60% off. Now, those of you who are aware, there are 3 editions. I'm just going to go over the price of the Hero Edition, which normally runs $45, and with a 60% discount, you're talking about $17.99, $18 US. Now, there are 2 other editions, with the most expensive being the Royal at $90. That still gets a 60% discount, so you're still saving a significant amount of money. If CRPG is your thing, or you've been wanting to try it out, I've heard nothing but great things about this game. If you've been waiting to pick it up because it's been too pricey and those prices have scared you off, 60% makes it a great deal. Okay, next in my list of games is Mad Max. This is the open world apocalyptic desert simulator, and you'll see from some of the games I pick out here that post-apocalyptic is something I seem to be quite interested in for one reason or the other. I haven't played it, but I know I'm going to love it. I enjoy car combat games, and those are so far and few between that I will grasp at any straw I can get my hands on to get one. While critical acclaim's been low, I have heard nothing but good things from everybody else. Right now it's 66% off, so that normal $60 price tag is down to only $20.39. A great deal if you're looking for some open world action, some car combat. Check it out, $20.39. Can't beat that price. Well, at least not in this sale. If you're looking for it right now, pick it up, $20.39 US. Okay, next on my list of games is Borderlands the pre-sequel. Now, I like the irreverent humor of the Borderlands series, and right now you can get the pre-sequel for about $15.99. That's a 60% discount over the normal $40 price tag. However, the combination of the Borderlands pre-sequel and season pass is actually only about a little over $4 more than that. A 75% discount. Now, I'm with a lot of other people. Season passes are a crock. But when you get them on discount, they're not so much of a crock anymore because you get massive discounts on them. And at that point, you know what? $5 to get probably a ton of content that would normally have to pay a lot more, even if I'm only interested in a few, is well worth it. So if you're just looking at the game, $16, 60% discount, but if you don't mind chucking in about another $4.50, you can get the season pass and all that extra DLC goodness. So check it out if you're interested in Borderlands. Personally, I find them quite amusing, and especially when you join in with your friends, you can have a great time. Okay, 2014's what many people considered Game of the Year, Shadow of Mordor. Right now we're talking a 60% discount, making that $50 price tag only $17. If you've been putting off enjoying the open world fantasy game based on Tolkien's classic books, now's the time to get it. I've heard nothing but great things about the Nemesis system, even though that's about all I ever heard about. But you know what? It sounds pretty freaking cool. So with a 60% discount, a 66% discount, bringing that price to $17, hard to beat. Pick it up, unless you want to wait a whole nother year to get a good discount, or get something better. Chances are, it might even take longer. Okay, next up, Alien Isolation. This is the big survival horror game from last year that everybody couldn't stop talking about. And right now, it is a 75% discount, so that $50 price has been knocked down to $12.50. So if you don't mind your screams and like your survival horror, especially in space, there you go, $12.50 for all you can eat. This one's a little different than the others. This is actually a remake of the classic Homeworld and Homeworld 2 game with an updated UI. I played the original Homeworld and Homeworld 2. I haven't played this, but those games were fun as balls. I like space strategy. I like strategy games. And this is one of the few that I've ever seen do real-time space three-dimensional strategy right. Excellent game. You will enjoy it if you like any of those things that I've mentioned. Right now it's got a 65% discount, bringing that $35 price down to $12.25. Definitely worth the price. Pick it up if you are even interested at all in space strategy games, or have heard tons of stuff about Homeworld and wondered what all the hype is about. The hype is true. It is awesome. Okay, this is the little game that could, show EA how to do a goddamn city builder simulation. City Skylines is what SimCity should have been if EA would have had the balls to do it. It also shows you that these kind of games don't take millions and millions of dollars to do, and can be quite excellent when you put out by somebody who really loves the experience of a city builder simulation. Right now it's got a 60% discount, bringing that $30 price tag down to only $12. So if you've been holding off, or you've been waiting for another city builder simulation to come out, frankly nobody else is doing it, pick this one up, build your city, enjoy it. $12, hard to beat, and it's got a great modding scene from what I understand. So you're going to get tons of entertainment from this, hours and hours and hours for only $12. Okay, this is what many considered to be Game of the Year last year. Well, I don't know if it's many, but I know Total Biscuit considered to be his Game of the Year of last year, and I really respect his opinion. This is Wolfenstein The New Order. This has put Wolfenstein back on the map as a first-person shooter, and showed first-person shooters can be interesting as first-person shooters without having to throw in all that other crap that first-person shooters, all that other crap like Fallout did. Well, Fallout isn't really a first-person shooter. It's a looting game with first-person shooter on it. This is something I would love to have. Right now, it is one of the steepest discounts you can get. $60 normally. This sucker is 85% off for $9 for quite an experience. Many put it in their Game of the Year. It didn't actually win, but it did win with some of the people I trust the most in the gaming industry. Pick it up. I mean, holy crap. I have gone to Applebee's and spent more on a meal and tip for just myself. I don't go to Applebee's by myself very often, but, when we split the bill, yada, 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 blah, 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 buy it. You're not going to find it cheaper, probably for at least a year. Okay, here's another indie darling that we've heard about, Hands of Fate. I would love to be able to buy this. Right now, it's 60% off. That $25 price tag is down to $10. It's one of those Kickstarters that has been considered quite a success. An interesting premise, and frankly, I would love to own it. I'm telling you guys, you should probably give it a try. I've heard nothing but good things. For $10, that's hard to beat if you got the money. Well, I did mention Fallout 4 earlier, and frankly, it has disappointed me as an RPG. It isn't. There really is no RPG element to it. So if you're missing that out, and you don't own this yet, Fallout New Vegas, the Ultimate Edition. It is an excellent role-playing experience. There's some janky stuff in it, but especially with the DLCs, I would have to say, in my opinion, Old World Blues is probably one of the best DLCs made. Definitely. Definitely one of the best I've ever played. I actually am hard-pressed to think of one that is better. Maybe Brave New World or something like that. But Old World Blues, oh my god, that is a awesome DLC. If you want real role-playing, you missed out, and you are missing it from Fallout 4, and you have not tried out Fallout New Vegas. Buy it right now. The Ultimate Edition, which has all that glorious DLC, is such a low price. It's 60% off. Bring it to about $680, $675. Let me check really quick. $680 for all that good DLC. Frankly, I would say Old World Blues. Well, when I bought Old World Blues, it was more than $680. So pick it up. This is a great role-playing game and shows you how it is done. Well, Fallout 2 actually. If you've watched my first video, 19 great games for cheaper than a Happy Meal, Fallout 2 is a better role-playing experience. But of the new third-person open-world games, Fallout New Vegas, I think, is the best role-playing game around. Okay, if you have not bought this, who are you? But anyways, if you haven't, Batman Arkham Asylum is $4.99. That is a 75% discount. This is, now it's not as good as, it's one of the best action brawlers I've seen. There's some stealth elements to it. It's no Thief for stealth, but you know what is? This is one of the most entertaining brawlers. Not necessarily best. An excellent game. It's actually one of the few games I actually have completed 100%. And that's on multiple systems. I actually have bought this on more than one system. Arkham Origins, also normally $20, 75% off as well. So you can pick that up for $4.99 if you'd like. Batman Arkham Asylum is the best. If you have to choose between one or the other, get this. It is an awesome experience. Arkham City is pretty good. Arkham Asylum is the best experience. Okay, if none of you have heard of the Metro 2033 games, this is, again, feeds my post-apocalyptic love. It's a first-person shooter, post-apocalyptic game. Probably one of the best well, maybe not as best. I throw that around a lot. This is one of the most original ones. You are in Russia's subway system, which historically was made to be a fallout shelter, and the world above you is gone. And you really experience what those kind of things would be like. It's a great game. You can get the Redux of 2033 and Last Light for actually, normally that's $30, 75% off. It's only $7.50. If you buy them separately, it'll be $10. $7.50 for both. If you're only looking at one to try it out, $4.99 Metro 2033 Redux, hard to beat. Frankly, get it. It's all you can eat for $7.50. This is an excellent game. It is enjoyable. You will love it. I loved it. Okay, this is the critically acclaimed Spec Ops The Line. If you want a shooter game that will challenge your perceptions as a gamer, I've heard this is the one to go with. I haven't experienced it myself, but right now that $30 game is 80% off for only $5.99 if you want to see what everybody's been talking about. I'd like to see it. I don't know if I can scrape together $6, but maybe I can. We'll see. Right now, $6, Spec Ops The Line. What I've heard is one of the most original experiences. I wouldn't say theme. It's actually a pretty basic theme, but original experiences for a first-person shooter. Now, for all those of you enjoying Grand Theft Auto 5, if you want to experience some more Grand Theft Autos, the previous ones, you have some great news. Right now, Grand Theft Auto 4 by itself is 75% off. That $20 price tag is being knocked down to $4.99 for your benefit. However, if you're looking to get all of them right now, the Grand Theft Auto Collection is 80% off. So that's Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, San Andreas, and Grand Theft Auto 4, as well as Liberty City Stories, for only $10. $10 for all that content. Frankly, I haven't played Grand Theft Auto 5 yet, but of all those, I would say Vice City is actually probably the best. Story-wise, I love the characterization in that. It made me feel like I was kind of playing a Scarface type character. It was awesome. $10, hard to beat. And if you don't want to dish out that much, you can still get Grand Theft Auto 4 for $4.99. Here we go, feeding some of my post-apocalyptic desires again, this time with zombies. You got Dead Rising 3 Apocalypse Edition and Dead Rising 2. Currently, that franchise pack is only $19.50. Now, Dead Rising 3 by itself is $50. And if you combine them together, you can get the franchise pack normally for $65. But right now, it is only, basically, it's less than $20. $19.50. Hard to beat for some zombie killing action. Now, I've heard some negatives about Dead Rising 3, but you know what? For $19.50, let's just go out and mow down some zombies. I think that's worth it. I personally played Dead Rising 2. I thought it was fun, and I think you'll enjoy it as well. Especially if you just like seeing how crazy and fucked up it can be killing all these zombies. This really is. I don't even pay attention to the story. It's just a zombie killing simulator. It's awesome. It's an all-you-can-eat zombie buffet. Zombie killing buffet for only $19.50. Or if you don't want to spend all that, just pick up the Dead Rising 3 for $14.99. But frankly, for another $4.50, it's worth it. I mentioned this in my previous videos, but I didn't feature it, so I'm considering this separate. Crusader Kings 2. This is probably one of the best grand strategy medieval games. Actually, I can't think of too many other grand strategy medieval games, but it's one of the best medieval political simulators you're gonna find. This is the base game, and there's tons of content. That's why I mentioned it in my DLC, because frankly, the number of DLC available for this is ridiculous. But their big packs all provide great content, great expansions. You know where your money went, especially if you're paying the cheap 75% off $509 price. Currently, Crusader Kings 2 is 75% off its normal price, bringing it down to $10 from the normal $40. If you've been waiting to try some grand strategy, go for it. Now, the next video will go over what I would consider a better starting place, but this one, if you want to know how politics worked in the Middle Ages, this is probably the best simulator you're going to find for that. Europa Universalis IV. Now, I cut my teeth on grand strategy with Europa Universalis III. Personally, I think it's a great way to get into the grand strategy. It's a good combination of military and politics, so it can help you understand Crusader Kings 2 and Hearts of Iron 3. Probably the three best grand strategy games I have ever played. Probably three best grand strategy games ever. I would bet people would be hard pressed to find something better. Now, Hearts of Iron 4 is coming out soon. Maybe that'll usurp Hearts of Iron 3 as probably one of the best grand strategy military games. Right now, 75% off. It's only $9. Well, $10 from its normal $40 price. There is a ton of DLC for this. I think there's 6 or 7 DLC for this. I mentioned my DLC video at the end. Go ahead and watch it. At the end, it'll tell you this video isn't about DLC, but you know what? This is a great game to cut your teeth on grand strategy if you're looking to get into that genre. Give it a try. This is a little different than my previous ones. This is actually more of a publisher's sale. Right now, Telltale Games has almost all of its games on sale for at least 60% off. Some of them as low as 75%. So if you've been hearing great things like I have about Tales from the Borderlands, if I could say the friggin' words right, Game of Thrones, Wolf Among Us. I have Wolf Among Us, Walking Dead Season 2, and Walking Dead. Right now, they're all 75% off for those three, 66% off for Game of Thrones and Tales from the Borderlands. Frankly, this is the people who have been keeping the adventure genre alive. Now, we are seeing some more people throw their hats in the ring in the last year, but these guys have been reigning as the only ones around for quite a while, and you know what? Despite that, they did a good job for adventure games. They kept it alive and kept it interesting. The most recent ones, Tales from the Borderlands, I've heard nothing but great things about that. I've heard that's actually the best game they have. Game of Thrones, I've heard some people who have read the book or enjoyed the TV show more have had issues with it, but I would love to have it. Wolf Among Us, Walking Dead Season 2, all great games. The amount of choice and heartbreak I've had to make in The Walking Dead, just some of those choices I made, I felt so bad about later. It's a great game. I know it sounds terrible, but it's compelling. Right now, 75% off. That means Wolf Among Us, Walking Dead, both Walking Deads are only $6.25 a piece. Game of Thrones is a little over $10, and Tales from the Borderland is $8.50. I have heard great things about Tales of the Borderland, and I know several more popular internet celebrities have considered it the best of the Telltale games. This is the final video in my Steam Christmas Sale 2015 series. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you find some great games at discount prices so you can either not hit your wallet so hard, or if you have a big wallet, get lots of entertainment. These games should provide entertainment for years to come for you. Hours and hours and hours. I know I have several of these games I have over 100 hours in for the ones I own. Now I'm talking all three videos combined. A lot of this video, games I don't own yet, but the ones I do, I have put in some serious time in. Thanks for watching. Have a great life, and have a great holiday season.